we are in the end game of capitalism. And I don't mean that it will be over in the next 10 years, but in the next decades, I think will certainly this century will be in this end game. And I think that, well, the basic situation is now that the imperialist core has lost its economic superiority, and it's in the process of losing also its financial superiority. And this is two very important factors. It still have its military policy, which is still strong, but it's also losing its soft power, its cultural, its moral superiority, especially the Gaza war have been an eye-opener for many people that of the hypocrisy of the West in their so-called moral superiority. But this, so what the imperialist power in this end game has changed from neoliberal globalization, in which the competition was economic, ruled by international institutions and all kinds of the so-called rule of order. They have moved into a geopolitical, primarily military struggle. And in this geopolitical struggle, yeah, they try to control the gateways between the massive production areas in Asia and the consumers in the West. And these gateways are going on the land. In the north, it's going from Asia to Iran, Ukraine, and into Europe. And in the Middle East, it is the control of the Suez Canal. It's the control of the oil production. So this is two points where this geopolitical struggle is going on at the moment. And of course, these struggles are very important, and the outcome of it will have some kind of impact of the transitional process. But there is this understream and undergoing process, which is very, very strong, which is that the global north, the imperialist power, is losing the economic battle. And if the world doesn't go into some kind of nuclear world war, which I certainly does not hope, then I think that this economic basis and this economic understream will determine the impact of the transitional process. So what I hope for is that we can make this process within the coming decades without a war. But we should reach a turning point, I think, at least around 2050, if we are going to avoid this climate collapse. If we don't reach it at this time, I think that this socialism which we have to build will be some kind of lifeboat socialism, trying to pick up the. It would be very difficult to reestablish the balance with nature if we don't reach some kind of turning point around 2050. So that's why I think it's very, very important that we are prioritizing political action in the coming years, every one of us, because on one side we have a unique opportunity for change. The whole system is unstable, the act what the actor do is very important. And on the other side, if we don't make the transition, we are in a race against time. It will mean a catastrophe. So it's very, very important that all of us do our best in the next decade, because else it will be very, very. We will have many regrets, and it will be difficult to look ourselves in the mirror in the midst of this abyss of a catastrophe, if and say, "Oh, I shouldn't have done this and this." So I think we are on a very decisive point in history.